Hi, I'm Assemblyman Tim Donnelly from the 59th District, and I want to welcome you to my office where we thought we would just kind of give you our take on the budget. This is the governor's 2011-2012 budget, and you'll notice it's about as tall as a can of Diet Coke. We think the budget needs to go on a diet. This is how much government we have. This is about how much we can afford. And so our job today is we've been going through this budget line by line, and we've come up with some cuts. We understand the governor's come up with $12.5 billion, and then he's come up with $12.1 billion in spending increases. We want to help him find the rest of the cuts right here in his budget. Do we really need to spend $652 million on a job-killing machine that answers to no one, and its entire purpose is just to oversee other local agencies that duplicate its activity? And what does CARB do? What do we get for that $652 million? They're trying to solve the global warming problem, if you still believe in that. The only climate change we should be talking about here in California is a change in the business climate. Job-killing agencies like CARB ought to become an endangered species instead of businesses and jobs. Don't worry, CARB. We'll recycle this. Is it the proper role of government to tax people who are working hard and playing by the rules so that they can subsidize the pensions of high-paid executives like those at the UC that are now going to sue the state of California so that they can get their pensions counted on more than the $245,000 a year they get paid? When I first heard that, I thought there's people who get paid more than $245,000 in the state of California. What do? They're not teachers. They're not involved in anything critical that I could see, but they think it's important that on the next $500,000 of their income, and that's on a yearly basis, by the way, that they get that counted for their pensions. I don't know about you, but I think that's absolute complete insanity. And I think that we need to take a look and see if there's any Californians out there that will do this job for less than people who want to sue the state of California because they can't become millionaires after they retire. The governor has said he'd like to streamline government, and we want to help. There are 3 different agencies that handle taxation. There's one in particular, the Employment Development Agency. Let me read you their mission. Well, better yet, I don't want to bore you. Let me just tell you, they're basically in charge of creating jobs in California. That's employment development. How's that going for you? I mean, we have what? The highest unemployment rate that we've had since the Great Depression. They have over 10,000 positions and they spend in excess of $25 billion. I think that's something that we can do without and streamline it into one of the other agencies. Cutting government in action. The last thing I want to touch on today is corrections. We're spending $52,000 per year per prisoner in the state of California, in large part because the federal government has taken over a portion of our prison system, the healthcare part, and driven up the costs for Californians. And what does it due to? It's due to overcrowding. You want to hear the real hypocrisy of this? The overcrowding in large part is due to illegal aliens who have come into our state, who have committed felonies, and now we've put them into our prisons and we're supporting them and subsidizing them. Well, actually, you're subsidizing them. So while I can't shred this entire section here, I think we could do some serious reform. And it starts with the idea, why don't we get the federal government to deport these prisoners and get their home countries to actually incarcerate them for the duration of their sentences? And I bet they would do that for a lot less, maybe $10,000 instead of the $52,000. We've asked the federal government to give us reimbursement. We take $1 from you, and they take it and give us back 11 cents. We need some serious change, and that change needs to start right here. We'd love to hear from you. Bring your ideas to us if there's a section of the budget that offends you as much as this offends us. Thank you.